Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of May 3rd through the 10th. And this week, we've got free items coming up. We've got Belly of the Beast. We've got the last week of this 13th anniversary. We've got Tennocon Digital Pack. That's where you guys can get the digital pack, get on the game during Tennocon, and for a week you'll have access to everything Barokatir has ever brought. Also, if you guys are interested in free Twitch drops, every single week when DE updates us and lets us know where the Twitch drops are going to be, I pin that to the top of my Twitch chat, so you guys can come down to my Twitch channel and see where the drops are going to be for this week. But that being said, let's get into everything happening this week in Warframe. So, if we check out what Bird has right now, we're going to see his shiny treasures. He's got an Amber Archon Shard. Deep Archimedia is an Alchemy, Mirror Defense, and Disruption. Temporal Archimedia is a Hellscrub Tech Rot, Legicide Harvest, and Exterminate. The current coda weapons are the Basosis, 39.7% heat, Bubonico, 27.8% radiation, Caustasis, 25.1% cold, Gerudo, 26.8% magnetic, Pathosis, 26.7% cold, the Synapse, 30.7% cold, and the Tysis, 26.3% toxin. The Steel Path Descendia rewards this week. We're looking at a Forma Blueprint, an Arcane Circumvent, a Pistol Riven Mod, a Primary Overcharge, 25 Steel Essence, 3 times Arcane Circumvent, and an Omni Forma Blueprint. If we now check out the rewards for the normal circuit, we're going to see our final reward is a Secondary Arcane Adapter. The calendar for 1999, we are looking at rewards of Double Arcanes versus an Amber Archon Shard, then a Formal Blueprint versus a Melee Arcane Adapter. Then we're going to have a 3-day Mod Drop Chance Booster versus a 3-day Affinity Booster. Then an Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint versus an Arcane. And then we're going to have 6,000 Endo versus a Forma Blueprint. And finally, another Omni Forma Blueprint and an Aroken Reactor Blueprint. The current Prime Resurgence is Gauss and Grendel and the weapons that they came with, so you have another 10 days and 17 hours left to farm them out if you don't have them. After that, we're going to see Rhino and Nyx Prime are going to replace Gauss and Grendel in this Prime Resurgence. So the current event we have for the 13-year anniversary, this is the last week. So these Gifts of the Lotus right here are the last weeks of rewards, another 4 days and 14 hours left. We have the ability to get a Dex Furus, and that's going to come with a weapon slot. We have a free color palette here, which is not going to come with a weapon slot, but it's a free color palette, so that's awesome. And we also have currently, as of making this video, tomorrow is the last day that we're going to see double credits. So we're in a double credit weekend right now. This is the last one we know of, but I'm sure there'll be more coming up in the future. Also tomorrow, May 4th, is when we're going to have the Tennocon Digital Pack become available. So if you want to get access to everything Baro has ever brought, when Tennocon comes around, you can purchase your tickets for that starting tomorrow. Now, if you want to get ahead of yourself, which I recommend if you're newer to the game, my second tier of my Patreon, there is a Google Sheet that I have made up that is awesome. It literally, I've been keeping up with this. It has everything Baro has, the hundreds, if not thousands, over 1,000 things Baro's ever brought. They are all listed on that sheet with a little box you can check to say you own it, and it gives you the total of the amount of ducats you need and the amount of credits that you need depending on which boxes or items you already have checked off or not. So it basically lets you know that, hey, you know, you still need like 60,000 ducats or 90,000 ducats if you want to collect everything Baro's ever had. But I keep updating that spreadsheet every time Baro comes around with something new, so it's all up to date, and it is super helpful, super useful. I know a lot of you have really appreciated that in the past. Aside from that, we also have the 13-year anniversary event. Like I said, this is 4 days and 14 hours left, and that's over. Oh, and then tomorrow, Belly of the Beast. That's happening tomorrow. So Operation Belly of the Beast, it's the next clan event that's going to be coming out starting tomorrow with over a dozen new rewards. That's over a dozen new rewards that we have not seen. So there's going to be a lot of free stuff to start collecting tomorrow when that drops. So that's pretty exciting. We also have, I should be on that. Okay, we also have Reminder to do the weekly Iatan treasure hunt with Maru. The current incursions are Crossfire Exterminate, Rescue, Hijack, Disruption, Mobile Defense. The invasions currently are Sheev Blade versus a Dara Vandal Receiver. Not a lot of time left for that. We also have a Snipetron Vandal Barrel versus a Latron Wraith Blueprint. And we have a lot more time left for that. But you're still going to want to do it within 24 hours. We also have the sortie is Mobile Defense, Rescue, and Interception, and this week's Archon Hunt is against Amar for a Crimson Archon Shard, and we'll have to do an Exterminate, a Defense, and a Showdown. If we check out what Nora has going on, the usual permanent weeklies, and also complete 5 different Steel Path missions, complete 5 Nightmare missions of any type, catch 3 rare fish in the Plains of Eidolon, complete 3 different perfect animal captures in Orb Valis, and today's daily is eliminate 150 enemies with blast damage. We check out the credit offerings of what Nora's brought this week, then we have ourselves Precision Strike, Physique, Holster Amp, Infested Impotence, Rejuvenation, Clip Delegation, Enemy Radar. I would recommend if you're looking to just purchase these to make extra platinum off of, that's a good idea, and the best ones to do that with would be Enemy Radar, Rejuvenation, and Physique. Those are going to move faster, more likely in trade chat. We also have Purging Slash, Purifying Flames, Skull Shots, and Ambush Optics. If we check out what's going on the Steel Path circuit this week, we have Incarnate Adapters for the Boar, Gamma Core, Anku, Gorgon, and the Angstrom. And if you guys didn't hear, there's going to be a new set of Incarnate Adapters coming soon. I don't know the exact date, but they did mention that in the previous dev stream. We also have, if you already have those, you can scroll over and get a Rifle Pistol Melee Riven or 20,000 Kuva. And if we check out the normal circuit this week, you'll have options between Saren, Vauban, and Nova. Speaking of the previous dev stream, what was your favorite part of the previous dev stream? I'll go first. The Mesa Heirloom. I am so excited for that. I cannot wait for that to get here. If I had to guess, it'll probably be around Tennocon when they release that. Just a guess, I don't know the exact date, but browsing the wares of Acrithis, we are looking at choices for an Eroking Catalyst Blueprint, a Longbow Sharpshot, 5,000 Kuva Pistol Riven, an Eroking Reactor Blueprint, and a Forma Blueprint. Checking out Teshin and Steel Path Honors, this week he has himself a Veiled Riven Cypher and 30,000 Endo. And checking out Numbnuts over here, which last week I referred to as Knuckle Puck, and you guys got it. Somebody got it. Yes, it was the Mighty Ducks. Shout out to the old school. Anyway, we have a Tenet Ferox, 38.5% heat. Tenet Grigori, 32.7% impact. Tenet Livia, 56.2% electricity. This only needs one more fusion, and it would be maxed out at 60 at 56.2. Tenet Exec, 35.5% electricity, and a Tenet Agendis, 31.5% impact. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedia and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you could travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.